Hey there, racing fans! Today we're shifting gears to tackle the ultimate power ranking, the 2024 F1 driver lineups. From the aspiring aces to the seasoned champions, we're taking a hard look at who's sitting in the cockpit and who's destined to dominate the podium. We've seen the tests, we've analyzed the specs, and let me tell you, this season's lineup is more than just a game of musical chairs. It's a symphonic movement in the world's fastest arena. So, grab your helmets and join me as we count down from the back markers to the front runners, dissecting the strategies, the synergies, and the sheer speed these drivers are set to unleash upon the tracks. Let's get this lap started. First off, we have Valtteri Bottas and Zhou Guanyu from Alfa Romeo holding their ground in the 10th spot. Navigating the challenges of the C42 chassis and its power unit, they face an uphill battle against powerhouses like Ferrari. The power unit's progress is commendable, but it falls short on high-demand circuits, leaving Alfa Romeo at a disadvantage. Aerodynamic hiccups add to the mix, impacting stability and high speeds in corners, putting them a step behind the leaders. Development speed is another hurdle. Alfa Romeo struggles to keep up with the updates of top-tier teams, slowing them down as the season heats up. Bottas, bringing in expertise from Mercedes, is a crucial asset, but the team's limited resources hinder their progress. Zhou, a promising rookie, grapples with inexperience in tight races and strategic decisions, leading to missed opportunities. Tire management becomes a sticking point, with Alfa Romeo wrestling more than rivals. Now, despite the challenges, Bottas and Zhou show resilience, grabbing points when they can. However, in this fiercely competitive arena that rewards innovation, Alfa Romeo has to settle for the 10th spot for now. In 9th place, we've got the Williams duo, Alex Albon and the rookie, Logan Sargeant. It's an interesting mix of seasoned prowess and fresh potential, all happening in a team dealing with some resource constraints. Albon, the experienced hand, knows how to squeeze every ounce of performance from the car. His racecraft, technical insights, and consistent performances in diverse conditions contribute big time to Williams' points and development. Now, enter Logan Sargeant, the rookie wildcard. His track record in the junior ranks shows promise, but stepping into Formula One is a whole new ballgame. If he can bring his adaptability and speed to the big leagues, it might just add some spice to the team's performance, especially in races where strategy and weather come into play. Their 9th position is a reflection of this mix. Albon's stability in both qualifying and races anchors the team, while Sargent's learning curve and untapped potential open doors for strategic moves and focused development. It's also a nod to the challenges Williams faces against financially stronger teams, preventing them from reaching higher despite their drivers' skills. Up next, let's talk about Nico Hülkenberg and Kevin Magnussen, holding down the 8th spot. These guys are a skilled duo, but their potential is kind of in a chokehold, thanks to their equipment. F1's a roller coaster, and these two have ridden the highs and lows, developing a pragmatic teamwork approach that keeps things constructive. Now, when it comes to speed, they've got it. No denying their ability to make that car move. But here's the kicker. The car itself is holding them back. Poor aerodynamics and power unit efficiency are like the anchors on their potential success. And then there's Magnussen, dealing with these new ground effect aerodynamics. It seems like the guy's having a bit of a tango with the car's tuning characteristics. Getting used to the lateral stability and balance shifts of these machines takes time, especially for a driver coming back after a break. Now, Hülkenberg's got his own challenge: tire management. In F1, nailing the tire game is crucial, but he's having a bit of a struggle there. That can mess with race strategies and the ability to squeeze every bit of pace from the car over the long haul. If you ask us, Hülkenberg and Magnussen have the skills, no doubt, but the car's performance hiccups and their individual challenges, one with handling quirks, the other with tire wear, put a cap on how far their talent can carry them. Moving on to number 7, we've got Yuki Tsunoda and Daniel Ricciardo repping AlphaTauri. These two are just a whisker away from the top 6, and the twist? It's all about the uncertainty around Ricciardo's current groove. Tsunoda's got a bit of an edge in speed since hooking up with Ricciardo. The duo's synergy adds weight to Tsunoda's skill, riding on Ricciardo's well-established rep. Now, Ricciardo's got a stellar track record, but there's this lingering question. Can he hit the heights he did pre-McLaren? That jaw-dropping performance at the Mexican Grand Prix last year? That's the benchmark we're looking at. Here's the deal breaker: Ricciardo's consistency. If he pulls off the Mexican magic on the regular, not only does it amp up the team's game, but it also puts him in the ring for Sergio Perez's spot at Red Bull in 2025. Despite Tsunoda's speed boost and Ricciardo's experience, it's the uncertainty around Ricciardo's return to his pre-McLaren form that keeps them grounded in the rankings. Clear that up with some sustained brilliance, and we might just see this pair rocketing up the standings, flaunting their full potential. Coming in at a solid 6th, the Aston Martin combo, Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll. Alonso's the star here, earning kudos for his elite and world-class performances, showing no signs of slowing down despite the ticking age clock. He's playing in the big leagues, bringing a truckload of experience and skill to Aston Martin. Now, Stroll's got potential, but there's a challenge: inconsistency. Those ups and downs cost Aston Martin 4th place in the 2023 Constructors' Championship. To step it up in 2024, Stroll needs to iron out the creases and bring some steady performances to the table. We're cautiously optimistic about Stroll's potential, but there's this ongoing curiosity. Can he step up to fully back the team's ambitions? Well, we're about to find out about that soon enough. As we gear up for the next season, all eyes are on whether Stroll can level up to match Alonso's heavyweight contributions. Up next, at a solid 5th, the French duo, Pierre Gasly and Esteban Ocon at Alpine. Despite the fierce competition, they snagged this spot, with our experts tilting towards a bright future for the team. Gasly's the hotshot here, known for his aggressive racing style and tactical wizardry on the track. He's the guy who sniffs out opportunities in the midfield battles, consistently wowing experts with his grit and skill. Now, Ocon's the cool cat, praised for his technical prowess and a knack for banking points for Alpine. His calm under pressure and skill at dodging on-track drama consistently lands him in strong finishing positions, racking up those valuable points. What's the secret sauce? It's their killer work ethic and teamwork. Gasly and Ocon are tag-teaming their way to the front of the midfield, creating a synergy that's driving their success. Individual stars, sure, but together, they've cooked up a balanced team dynamic that squeezes every ounce of potential from their car and keeps team spirits high. Peeking into the crystal ball, the duo's rise in the standings looks promising with consistent performance and car tweaks. Analysts are eagle-eyed, waiting to see if Alpine can roll out a machine that can go toe-to-toe with the big shots. If the tech matches their ambition, Gasly and Ocon might just be what Alpine needs to propel into a more competitive stance. Securing the 4th spot, we've got Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez from Red Bull Racing. Max, the Dutch dynamo, is all about insane speed and daring racecraft. He's not just a 2-time world champion for nothing. Pole positions, fastest laps, the guy owns the track. His fearless overtakes are like the cherry on top of every race weekend. Now enter Perez, the wise Mexican wheelman. He brings that seasoned touch, conserving tires like it's an art form. His knack for stretching stints and making strategic moves late in races has clinched podiums and given Red Bull that sweet constructor advantage. Together, they're a powerhouse. Max leads the charge, setting the pace and battling at the front. Perez, the unsung hero, fends off rivals and locks in those crucial constructor points. From Monaco to Baku, his opportunistic wins prove the guy's got race day magic. Their combo has Red Bull chilling at the top of the Constructors' Championship. But here's the deal. To keep the crown, Red Bull needs to outpace the competition in development. Max and Checo are a duo on the rise, tightening their teamwork with every race. Max's growing leadership and Perez's consistent evolution make them a force to be reckoned with. Alright, let's dive into the third spot with Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. Piastri's rookie season aligns pretty well with preseason expectations, injecting some serious mojo into their upward trajectory. Now, experts are tossing around the idea that this dynamic twosome might just be the cream of the crop. So, why the side-eye at Norris? Well, his qualifying missteps from last season raised a few eyebrows. The big question, was it the tricky McLaren or the increased pressure post-Ricciardo? Piastri, on the other hand, is bursting with potential, but he's got to smooth out the tire management wrinkles, especially when compared to Norris. What sets them apart from Verstappen and Perez is the vibrant energy Piastri brings and Norris's room for growth. Despite Norris's hiccup, their raw speed and knack for learning could give them a sneaky advantage. Plus, Piastri has that clear potential. Sort out the tire thing, and they might just outshine the second-placed duo. While Verstappen and Perez have their strengths, their current rank speaks to the hurdles they're tackling: car adaptation, strategic calls, even team dynamics. Norris and Piastri? Well, they seem poised to tackle these challenges head-on with their budding teamwork and individual flair. Up next, buckle up for the Ferrari magic with Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, securing that number 2 spot. What makes them tick? Well, it's a slick bend of Leclerc's pedal-to-the-metal style and Sainz's tech-savvy finesse. Leclerc, the standout performer, grabs attention with his aggressive racing style, establishing a high standard for F1 excellence. On the other hand, Sainz brings a wealth of F1 experience and a strategic approach. His technical finesse acts as a crucial element for reliable race finishes, an essential component for championship aspirations. Now, let's size them up against Lando Norris and the rookie, Oscar Piastri. Sainz's experience, with 183 Grand Prix starts under his belt, gives him the edge. It's like comparing someone who's aced every level to someone who's still leveling up. Norris is no slouch, but Leclerc and Sainz bring this tag team harmony that's hard to beat. Sure, their car might have some speed bumps holding them back, but hey, it's a race, not a joyride. When pitted against Norris and Piastri, the experience factor shines. The seasoned duo might not have the same growth spurt potential, but they've got a steady trajectory that's tough to outpace. In a nutshell, Ferrari's second-place swagger is all about the Leclerc-Sainz symphony, mixing driving styles and experience like a seasoned cocktail. While they narrowly miss the top spot, their synchronized performance screams formidable force. They're walking that fine line between being great and becoming the absolute best on the F1 grid. Zooming in on the apex, it's the Mercedes Maestros, Lewis Hamilton and George Russell, reigning supreme in our 2024 ranking. Hamilton, the seasoned virtuoso, might face some technical glitches, but let's be real, that pole position win wasn't a one-time fluke. His F1 prowess is a testament to experience, resilience, and a strategic mind that turns challenges into triumphs. Now enter Russell, the young gun with a penchant for speed. Sure, he's had a few bumps in the road, but his one-lap pace is a smidge better than Hamilton's, hinting at his raw speed and killer qualifications. He's not just a co-pilot, he's the future anchor for Mercedes. So, why do they outshine Ferrari's Leclerc and Sainz? Buckle up, here's the pit stop breakdown. Number 1. Experience and youth. Hamilton's F1 tenure is a golden era, stacked with titles and records. Russell adds the youthful vigor, creating a blend that mirrors Ferrari, but with a dash of Hamilton's unmatched track record. Second, consistency and improvement. Ferrari's duo is a powerhouse, but Hamilton and Russell show the money in consistent performance, even with a wonky car. Sainz is solid, but the Merc Maestros extract more from less. Number 3 is technical adaptation. Mercedes tech bumps are a test, and guess what? Hamilton and Russell aced it. Their adaptability and tech finesse outshine the Ferrari drivers. And finally, number 4, potential for dominance. Russell's pushing Hamilton hard, creating an internal rivalry that drives them forward. This dynamic duo has a higher gear yet to be unleashed, potentially outshining the whole grid, including Ferrari. And that's a wrap. As the 2024 season kicks into gear, the F1 grid showcases a delicate dance of talent, experience, and promise. Mercedes takes the lead with Ferrari hot on their heels, and teams like AlphaTauri and Williams are eyeing the future for a fresh start. Now it's over to you. How do you feel about our rankings? Agree, disagree, or think we missed something? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned for more Formula One insights right here. Catch you in the next one.